Hello everyone, Shen here. Just wanted to talk today about sandbags, okay? Most Wing Chun schools, they have a little tiny wall bag that's about 2 inches thick, and it's a little tiny square thing that they mount on a wall, and they can sit there and punch, and usually they kind of punch it kind of relaxed with elbow power, you know. And they might even kind of do the yuma, the shifting with it, and maybe they train their hands a little bit on it too, and that's about all that they can do on it. And really, the wooden dummy is a good training tool, and of course having training partners, right? But with training partners in Wing Chun, you can't really use more than like a third of your power or half power, so you can't really train how you would really use your Wing Chun, right? And then a lot of people are like, oh, put on boxing gloves and test out your Wing Chun. Well, the minute you put on boxing gloves, you're not really doing Wing Chun anymore, because you need your forearms, because your forearms stick to people. When you intercept, your forearms stick, and we use it in our jut sao, and a lot of our jump sao, our jut sao, you know, a lot of our techniques, we're using our forearms. You can't do that with boxing gloves on. And that's like probably 2/3 of what we do, because we'll get in there and we'll make contact, and we'll be pulling and hitting while we're stuck to the person. We're not looking for openings, you know, we're looking to stick and hit, right? So boxing gloves doesn't work for that. The other part of that is when you're on the street, it's going to be bare knuckle. You're not going to have boxing gloves on. So you need to learn how to punch and how to use your forearms and elbows without any kind of padding, because that's what you're going to be using on the street in a real situation. You're not going to have taped wrists. You're not going to be wearing pads, right? And so you really need to train almost for bare knuckle. And then that's why I disagree with a wooden dummy having pads on it. I disagree with that, because no, you need to train yourself. You need to condition yourself. You need to condition yourself. Okay, so these bags are like your hardware tool bags, and they can hold anywhere from about 50 to 70 pounds, okay? And I even found some at Walmart. These hold canned drinks. They're like coolers for canned drinks. These are like $8 at Walmart. But what you want to do is you want to get 2 of these and put one inside the other, and get a couple of your heavy duty trash bags, the big black ones. You put them inside, and you put playground sand inside of those. And you have 2 of these bags. You have one inside the other, so then it gives you 4 handles, and then you can hang it up, and you have the perfect training bag. And usually what I'll do is I'll put an old t-shirt over it, so then I have cotton instead of just on the on the surface of the bag, which is maybe a little canvas. It's maybe a little rough on your fist, but you know, after a while you condition, that's not a problem either, right? So anyway, whether they're tool bags or soft drink bags, this one has about 50 pounds in it. This one has about 70 pounds, okay? Now sandbags, they get hard on the bottom and kind of in the middle and the bottom. It's not like punching a punching bag at a gym that's soft, okay? Or focus mitts or tie pads. Those are soft. And the reason why I'm saying this, you know, in kind of a loud voice, is it bothers me that nobody understands what these are, you know, and this kind of training. And so this is really what's missing, I think, in a lot of Wing Chun training, is they're not training for dynamic power, and you need that because you need to stun or KO somebody, or drop them, you know, with multiple punches enough that they're going to leave you alone or not get up, right? And for the most part, it's probably not using your fists. It's using your forearms and your elbows that's going to stop the fight. Because you're getting in and they're going to, oh, we're going to wrestle. You know, when they get in that wrestling mode, then you got to let them have it. And I mean, along the jaw, whatever you need to do. But it needs to have your body weight behind it and structure that we learn in Wing Chun. So we're not just, oh, I'm going to hit you with an elbow. Oh, look at that. No, we have structure, the whole body weight behind it, right? That's what makes a difference. That's what we train for in Chum Q, right? And BUG. That's what we train for, okay? So getting back to this, the sandbags, get 2 of them, so then you can train for the lower punches and the dai bong, right? And you get one higher, so you can adjust your punches, and then you can also throw the elbows from BUG. You can throw the elbows, just like we do in the set, okay? And you need that. So and then the lower one, you can also do your kicks and come in. And so you can practice your kicks at about mid-level, right? And so you can practice all your Wing Chun tools on here. Your Wing Chun tools, right? But then you can also, you know, if you want to sit back, you can throw some of your Taekwondo or karate punches. And then you can see how much from a hard sandbag, how unforgiving it is when you hit something hard and it puts the force right back into your body and your shoulder when you're throwing Shaolin punches, right? Versus Wing Chun punches that have just as much power, but because I relax, none of the shock comes back into me, okay? That's what you're also training for, is to put a big dent in the sandbag, because that's a lot of force to do. And then you find another part of the sandbag where it's moved out and you train that way, okay? And so for the most part, Eddie, my Sifu, he would have us punch from here, from this close, because somebody's going to come in, they're going to smother your arms, try to wrestle you if you're doing Wing Chun, and you need to punch from here, full power from here, not from back here, because they've got you wound up, right? You only need the 4 inches to throw full power. So that's what you want to train for, you know. And then you can go a little bit faster, and you can just train various, you know, techniques on these bags. You can even kind of do some footwork, come around, right, and get a really good workout. And usually for the workout, I'll start with longer range, I'll enter, and then as I come, I'll change the tool and I'll get in close, and then I'll work my way back out again, right? So I'm kind of constantly going in and out, practicing, you know, the bong, the lan sao, the palm strikes, the punches, the tools like tan sao, folk sao. So that's what you need to train. And especially if force is coming and you're yielding it, that you're yielding but then hitting. Yielding and then hitting. That's what our shifting is about. It's not just shifting, but they put pressure into us, so we're yielding, and then we hit. Then we strike. Okay, just want to talk about that today.